Hello, listeners. I am the narrator. Today's story takes place in the town of Devil's Lake, North Dakota, a small remote town in the middle of nowhere. The year is 1985. The date, August 19th. This tale will bring with it mysteries, intrigue, lies, hidden realities, and the blending of fact from mythos. Join our hunters as they seek out the truth and find those who are missing in today's story of Music Mayhem. Welcome back to episode 2 of Hunter's Haven, Musical Mayhem. We're just going to jump right back into it. Same cast of wacky characters. Just to recap.
Denny Rogers.
Kenny Whitlock.
Bob E.
There you go. And they went bowling and then went to a house, broke into a house. And that was all we really established in the first episode. Now we are on to episode 2 where they're going outside of the house to look for more clues.
Is it breaking and entering if it's unlocked?
The back door was wide open too, so
It's just entering.
it was for the good of the kids. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right,
Kenny
let's
has some reservations.
let's canvas the yard, kids.
All right, Kenny's gonna just start scoping around the yard, looking for any clues on the ground, following the trail of red solo. Well, I don't know if there's any red solo.
There's not red solo.
Man, these kids are gonna be so much trouble. Their parents are gonna be so mad at them.
Did we go out the back door or the front?
I kind of imagined the front because I thought, like, just based on where we all kind of gathered up after the kitchen, it might have been adjacent to the front door, but that's just my personal...
It was more near the back.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Well, let's go
kitchen
through the
was.
back
It was
door.
near the foyer.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go out the back door.
So we're in the backyard.
So-
Is there a garage?
A garage?
Yeah, there's a big garage over to the west side of the house.
We have a shed.
Sure, yeah, in the back. Big backyard, actually.
Hmm.
There's a fence down in the back of the yard. There's got a chain link fence around. Actually, not chain link. They're richer. Wooden. A big, nice, tall wood fence. And the back gate is open.
Oh. Well, that's something I'll
That leads
gravitate
into
towards
the
for
woods.
100%. Kenny immediately, as he sees
And they have a
this
shed in the backyard.
open back gate, he goes, oh my gosh, that's it. They must have come out through the back. And they got dragged. Oh, no, they got dragged into the forest or something.
Do we see any drag marks?
Oh, that's a good point. Let's look at the ground and see if there's any drag marks.
You guys all want to go investigate a mystery there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll investigate mystery, which is plus sharp.
Hey, that's a double 4s right there. Plus my
What was
sharp.
mine?
That.
Oh, did we roll the same thing?
I got an 8.
I got a 9.
I got an 8 as well.
Oh, then you all get one question from the investigate a mystery section.
I'm going to ask one that I think is on all of our minds. And it might be an obvious one, but I'm going to ask, where did it go?
Okay, so you guys are all walking around, and you're following the footsteps, and it's a little muddy back
Oh, they
here.
are footsteps.
Yeah, there's footsteps,
Oh.
a little muddy. There's actually a good amount of them. You can't really make out how many there are. There's just a good amount, and there's a little muddy back here.
Right.
The footprints are a little fading because it was a couple days ago, but you can make out some rough footsteps. And you notice that all of them are like gathered at this gate, and then they all leave the gate together as a group. But as they're out of the gate, then all the footsteps merge to like they're following a single file line to the point where they're now just a single set of footsteps walking.
This feels like a cult to
walking
me.
down the.
Yeah, it
And then
definitely
you guys
seems really
follow
bizarre.
those footsteps, but not too far down this path into the woods before the footsteps disappear from lack of trail because they kind of like wander off.
Wicked. These guys, like, were all headed out of the house in a hurry, but then they all filed into a line as they went into the woods. How strange is that?
So Denny's going to be like,
How big are the tracks there? See any Bigfoot tracks there?
so what sort of creature is it?
Oh.
Does he see anything
Just
that would indicate a
no
creature?
other footsteps except for the footprints of the presumably kids. No other stray footsteps. No big feet. No big feet. No.
Something must have coaxed him into the woods.
And no hair on the fence back there. No hair on the bark of this tree. No oversized bare footprints.
But on the gate of the fence, you do spot something. Part of a ripped shirt.
Oh, wait a minute.
What do you see, Dennis?
Oh, I think it's part of a shirt or a jacket or something.
It's plaid.
Could be a shirt or a jacket or something.
Wow. Look at that. Who do you think it belonged to? Let's see. I don't know. Any of the guys could have been plaid kind of guys.
I compare it to the plaid shirt that I'm wearing.
It's North Dakota. Any of the girls could have been wearing plaid too.
I will
That's
say,
a fair point, Bob.
you look
The
through
girl-
Tony's closet, filled to the brim with plaid shirts.
I think that it's Tony's shirt.
What makes you think it was Tony?
I was looking in his room.
You were in his room?
I was looking for clues, see if he was maybe going to run away or something. You know, maybe he had a little
teenage
girl
boy.
thing.
Well, can't say you weren't being thorough.
That's true, I guess.
And I saw up there a bunch of plaid shirts.
Okay. So we can probably safely assume that this is Tony's shirt. Man, I'm looking at these footprints. I'm looking at this shirt. Obviously, the police, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. Devil's Lake's finest are really slacking off right now. Look at this. Look at all these clues that they just didn't even... Hey, you know what, though? All things considered, this is really putting us on a good line to make this $25,000 if we can find these kids.
Oh, wait, hang on. I forgot something. I put the piece of shirt back on the fence and I take a picture
There you
with
go.
the Polaroid
There
camera,
you go.
which is equipped with a flash bar that plugs in the top.
Wow. Fancy.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Get the photos of the evidence. That way we can really show
Yeah,
our...
let me take a picture of these prints here on the ground.
Oh, yeah, great idea.
Okay.
It's kind of like a math equation. When you go to the police, they want you to show your work. That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned as a kid detective.
Can't help but notice here, but there's no drag marks.
Yeah.
I mean, the steps are evenly spaced. Not like they're tied up with any rope or anything, or at least not by the ankles.
Now we're going to go to Bobby. You had a question. What was your one question you had?
I don't even know what I can ask at this point. I feel like everything has been answered.
You can kind of alter the questions a little
That's
bit.
true. You can. As long as it's nothing like super specific.
Like, what's the monster today?
Who specifically is behind?
I'll do just like what is being concealed here. Are there any more clues to be found?
From the shirt to the, I guess, big. Those are kind of obvious clues. With the gate was open and the back door was wide open.
Are there any smells?
You don't really smell anything besides. I don't know how specific of smells you're talking about. Besides the odor of
Sulfur.
no sulfur. Not really much being concealed here. Just the fact that there's the footprints, the oddness to them, the plaid shirt on the fence gate, but there's no drag marks. It looks like whoever these kids went willingly, I guess is the best way. So it's not like something's being concealed here, other than the fact that like the way they left is being concealed. Okay. If that makes sense, right? Like it's not that they're missing, but it's like they're missing for a reason.
All things considered, and I still kind of question Bobby's detective skills maybe, but you mentioned something earlier about this feels like some cult business. And this kind of feels like some cult business. I
feel like you're judging me, but also like stealing my ideas, bruh.
It was a compliment. That's where I insult your intelligence, but also compliment you on an idea that you had earlier. It's it's a good and bad thing.
gave you Tony's shirt. Okay, you the Colt.
You're doing a good
idea.
job so far. All right?
I drove you here.
That's also true. I mean, there's definitely some things about your
Bunch
truck that
of
you need to get
moochers.
fixed.
She also gave you a pretty good scare. Today was a good one there, Bobby.
Well, we're about to go into the woods here, and I just I'd prefer if that didn't happen again. Let's not do any more spooky stuff? Because if I'm being honest, these footprints and everything, that's weird enough. I mean, right? Right?
Maybe it's Bigfoot.
Yeah, maybe it's Bigfoot. Maybe, I mean, if I saw Bigfoot while I was hanging out at a party, I'd go running into the woods too. Right, Dennis?
You would go running into the back of an unmarked van, wouldn't you?
I don't think I would go that far. No. I think I've got a bit more sense than that.
Well, there's no doubt that Bigfoot could carry them all if he wanted to. But the question is, why would he wear children's shoes? Why he does it?
Yeah,
Can't
because
fit
we
his
don't
big
have
feet in there.
footprints.
You ever go to get the groceries out of your mom's car and you just slip on the
Whatever's
whatever
available.
shoes are by the door? That's what Bigfoot did.
I don't like what you're implying, that Bigfoot is grocery shopping by grabbing children.
Did he have a coupon?
It was a buy one get 5 more free.
Yep.
These Bigfoots coming in.
He paid with the kid's wallet. Then he left.
No wonder they're all broke.
Oh no. Also, just quick side note for Emily, I did just double check and $30 in 1980 would have been like 80 something dollars, like worth 80.
I'm making out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
just
Rich
throwing that
kid.
I feel like, you
Yeah.
know, even if we don't find them, it's been worth my time.
out. Worth her time. With that,
I'm like, all right, guys, we got to follow these prints. Let's follow these prints.
Like I said before, you can't really follow them.
Because they
They
disappeared.
disappear pretty quickly
Let's see,
into the woods.
Can-
Which direction are they going in?
Yeah,
here?
I mean, they were walking in a pretty straight line.
Were they? Or is it like
It was more like
swaying?
they were heading down a path. There was like a path back in the woods. You don't really know where it leads. You could presume, because they're heading north, that they're heading to Devil's Lake, which is in the center of these woods. But then they start turning east, and that's when you kind of lose them, is after they start turning east, more off the beaten path. And you kind of look around for trails, but it's dark, and you have the flashlights, you're looking, but now it's getting a little more like brush and stuff. Which is another thing to note. Whoever went very much veered from the beaten path and took a hard right into straight overgrowth and brush.
Do we see, like, kind of messed up overgrowth and brush
You
where they,
can
like, would have plowed
see-
through?
You can see parts of, like, where, like, some brush was, like, stepped on and trampled, but then also there'll just be giant open areas.
Okay.
And also, none of you guys are, unless you can correct me if you are, but are any of you, like, trackers by nature?
I mean, I once found this dog.
Okay, well, I mean, like, if you guys were like, I'm a hunter, like, but if none of you are trackers by nature, I'm going to tell you, not only would it be hard to track just by itself, but it's also dark. The sun's gone, so that would make it just even harder to track just this. And it's not fresh either. It's 2 days old, so.
Well, I think we might have to come back here in the morning. We'll have a little bit better visibility, but we could also stop by the police station. Maybe ask them if there was anything that they found that they didn't make it into the paper. And maybe that'll kind of help us out a little bit. I mean, they put up a reward. They know that people are looking, or they're hoping people are looking. So it's not like we don't have to tell them we went into the house. In fact, I think we should all agree right here and now that we don't tell them that we went into the house. I know it's normally a bad thing to lie to a police officer, but I think in this case it's probably for the best.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea there, Kenny. It's a pretty good one, actually. Yeah. What kind of dog did the mayor have?
Oh, yeah, it was one of those fancy golden doodles, but it was a little bit more doodle than golden.
A dog like that might have a decent sniffer on him.
Oh, yeah.
The dog's long dead.
That dog's long dead. I mean, unless you got your aunt around that can talk to it, I don't know if it'll get much help.
Alright, so are we gonna go to the police station?
Yeah, are you cool driving us to the police station, Bobby?
I don't want to interact with the police though.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's so you guys. I'll take you, and you just let me know.
You gonna circle the block or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of hungry.
Oh,
It's gonna go
Okay.
scrounge something up.
Some Mickey D's.
With your newfound cash.
Newfound cash and car.
All right, let's go.
Okay, you guys all head back to the car, hop in, head down to the old police station, where it is late at night. Bobby drops you two off, and you two head on inside, where you are greeted by Susie Owens.
Susie Owens.
I do want to say I probably will go and get some food, but I've also got like a lockbox in my truck, so I just kind of unload my load into my lockbox.
Got it. Yep.
Okay, I just
sense.
have to ask from Skyler's perspective, how long have you had this stolen truck?
It's my lockbox
Okay.
that I bring with me from stolen car to stolen car.
Oh, okay. And you just shifted it over to this
Yeah.
It's like one of those hotel lockboxes.
one.
Yeah.
You steal a new car when like the other one runs out of gas.
And
And then everybody in
This-
town is just like, man, it's
No,
so
no,
weird
no.
how our car ended up at the bowling
was the
alley."
car that you stole at the bowling alley a car you already had stole, or is it just you stole a car
No.
right in front of them without them even realizing?
it was a car I stole from my last job out of town.
Oh, okay.
So that
oh,
these-
so it's from a town over.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
don't
not even a
want
local car.
these townies to recognize their own vehicle.
That makes
you know what I
sense,
mean?
actually.
So-
Hey, isn't that Stewart's car?
And
That
when,
would be concerning.
when
Just
it
start
gets close to
gaslighting Stuart.
when it gets close to empty, she just like drives it into Devil's Lake.
Oh, no.
He's just brim full of cars.
It's like, oh no, it's getting full.
But I can afford gas this time. You know,
Yeah, it's true,
I
actually.
got $80.
There
Heck.
you go.
All right, so what are we doing? In
Yeah,
the
where
police
is Susan?
station?
Yeah,
Susan?
Susie Owens.
Susie.
She goes, oh, what can I do it for, fellas?
Yeah, Susie, we were hoping we could talk to whoever's in charge. Well, let's just what's the sheriff's name? That you actually had.
Steve
Oh, we
Barter.
are going with Steve. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's the sheriff. There's also a chief.
Did you say Steve Barbie?
Barter.
Barter.
Steve Barter.
Yeah, we were just hoping that I could talk to Sheriff Steve. He's kind of. I flashed my badge.
What was that there, dear? I didn't get quite a good look at that.
Oh, it's this. I hold up the badge in front of her, knowing that she has bad eyesight.
And she pulls out
My
her
deputy
her
badge?
spectacles and looks closer at it and goes, oh, don't we normally give these out to the young ones?
Well, yeah, I mean, I earned it. I earned it when I was a kid, you know, and I've been able to maintain my relationship with the police department at Devil's here. At Devil's
So,
Lake ever since.
what?
Susan, you know all this stuff, Susie. We've done
Yeah.
this. I've come in on a lot of
Yeah,
different.
I know you do. I still can't believe you're using that badge. What do you need to talk
Doesn't
to?
have an expiration date
What do you
on
need
it,
to talk to
Susie.
Sheriff Steve about?
Well, we're investigating. I'm using my detective skills. And my
you know
uncle.
what? You coming here a lot to talk to old Sheriff Steve. I'm just gonna bypass this and just get him. You can just
I
talk
appreciate
right to
that,
him.
Susie. I don't know why we have to go through
And
this
you
every
hear in
single
the
time I
background,
come
she
over
goes, "Steve, yeah, he's back. yeah, yeah.
I did. Kenny like leans
His
over.
his uncle's here with him tonight. Oh yeah. Oh, don't you know it? Okay. Well, he's heading right on over.
Fantastic. Thanks, Susie.
Wait,
And I just like start making my way over around the corner to like greet him as he comes by.
So like the sheriff is like here working, burning the midnight oil,
Yes, he
trying
is.
to crack this case.
Yes, this is a very pressing case because, mind you, there's 9 kids gone missing. So
Yes.
The mayor's kids know this.
and the mayor's kids,
Included.
that only increased the case. Like 3 kids and going missing in a week is like something out of the ordinary. But then 6 kids going missing in one night, 2 of them being the mayor's kids, that gets the people talking. Okay.
That's right, it does.
So Steve comes around the corner and he sees you and he goes,
Hey there, Sheriff Steve.
"Yeah, yep. I'm assuming you're here about the missing kids. The
That's
next
right.
new case you want to crack.
Oh, and you know I'm gonna.
So what are you here for? Do you have information, or you miraculously solved it this time?
Well, hey, you know me, Sheriff Steve. I'm pretty good, but I'm not quite that good, unfortunately. But we're definitely working on it. My uncle's helping us. Got another associate. She's helping us out with it. We're working hard to crack this case. But we were just hoping actually that you might have had some information that you could share with us to kind of help us along.
I mean, everything that we've publicly shared here at the police department is it's in the local papers that we reported. We've been keeping up to date accounts of what's been going on, and all information that's publicly given out has been, we told the local journalists this morning, especially since everyone's hard pressed with the mayor's kids being missing and all.
I would like to use a special ability that I have as the meddling kid, which is tell me the truth.
Okay, go for it.
Tell me the truth. I basically, it's just an investigative mystery, but I have some bonus questions I can ask if I succeed.
Okay.
So that's actually pretty solid.
Is that a 10?
It is a 10, yeah.
Well, look at that, too. He gets 2 questions
I get
from his
2
list.
questions. So the first one is, are you lying to me? Which is one of the questions I get with the ability.
No.
Are you
lying about what?
Are you not telling?
No,
here's how he would ask it. He would say, "Are you telling me everything, Sheriff? Be honest with me right now.
No, I'm not telling you everything. Because, like I said, it's private police matter, and everything that we can publicly say is we've given already. But
okay, well then my follow-up question will be one of the original ones, which is, what is being concealed here? I say, look, Sheriff. Here's the thing. You're going to put out an ad in the paper for all of us, private investigators, detectives like myself, and you're going to say that you're going to offer a reward if we can find these kids. But you're not giving us the resources to help you find these kids. And at the end of the day, isn't their safety the primary situation here? We got to find these kids. The sooner the better, and it's not helping anybody.
Here. I'm just going to quickly get you off my back.
I'm not on your back like Yoda to Luke Skywalker.
No, I don't understand that reference. What's a yogurt?
I'll tell you next Thursday when I come in at my regular time.
Okay.
I'll just run you through the whole
plot of Star Wars. I so look forward to those meetings.
Yeah.
But
Sheriff, I didn't know you were lactose intolerant.
But what I can do for you guys is I could, and I don't normally do this, but desperate times call for desperate actions, and
these are desperate times.
Yeah, the more people looking, the better. And what I can provide for you guys is copies of the crime scenes, all information acquired at the crime scenes of all 4 missing cases.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
A brief description of each crime scene and anything found there.
Sure, give us Sam Mo.
Well, I'll have to go on back and get some copies and bring them out to you. But
yeah, that's right.
I think that would get you guys started, because for the most part, with these missing kids cases, it's more it's not really you have a person to look for, but rather it's you have people to look for, but you don't have any place to really start besides for this last scene location.
Right, yeah, and that's what we're trying to get moving on.
So I'll go back and get those for you guys, and then hopefully that keeps you out of my hair until next Thursday, whenever you usually come in.
Oh, Sheriff Steve, I love our little back and forth that we have.
I don't. He turns and he walks out to the back. And you guys kind of have to wait around, twiddle your thumbs. But after like 10 minutes...
Oh, wait, real quick. I say to Uncle Dennis, see now, Uncle Dennis, this is the kind of stuff that having a deputy badge really gets you. You get a lot of the inside information with the police department here. With none of the red tape either.
I tell you, Ken, I've never been prouder to be an honorary junior deputy.
Hey, you know it. See, we're gonna solve this case. Yeah, Uncle Denny.
So after about 15 minutes, he comes around back with like 4 sheets of paper.
Okay.
And he hands them to you guys. They're all double-sided, and he hands them to you guys. That's all I can really tell you for now. That's all we've got. So I guess good luck.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Yeah.
Hey, Susie, maybe a late night for us working on this case. You think you could brew some Joe for us?
Oh, why, sure there, Danny, I get you some brew. It's real good stuff, too. You want decaf or you want the good stuff?
We're gonna need to go full throttle tonight. So.
Oh, okay. Full caffeine and...
Oh, speaking of night, look at the time. I better call Meg. Better call Meg.
Oh, she doesn't know you're out here this
So am I just gonna go home if they're gonna be here all night?
We're not gonna be here all night. We're finishing up.
Really walking out. We're just gonna be walking out with a cup of Joe.
Go, yeah.
Yeah.
So is that 2 cups or just the one?
Yeah, I'll have a cup there. Sue.
Okay, she has
Make it 3, actually.
Oh yeah, we got a friend that's helping us out.
Okay, so she goes on back, grabs 3,
Bold words.
pours 3 cups of Joe, the good stuff, the caffeine, black, and she hands it to you guys. She says, "Oh, you have a good night, and you better be calling old Meg. You don't want her worrying."
Yeah, so I go and I, before we leave, I set the coffees down, or my coffee down, and because I'm juggling my camera and all the other crap I'm carrying.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it'd probably be in the truck. No, actually, probably would have.
I was gonna
He would have brought it inside.
Uncle Denny's seen way too many red flags tonight.
Also, he doesn't trust old sticky fingers.
Yep.
He did leave his bowling ball in the back, though.
Oh no.
Guess
Yeah,
what's in the lockbox?
So he's gonna call his wife Maggie.
Okay.
And let him know that he is not still bowling. Him and Kenny are enjoying some bonding time together, possibly trying to set Kenny up with a girl.
No,
I'm just gonna assume
Dennis the
Kenny
wingman.
misses
He
it.
misses
Misses that
entirely.
conversation. Yeah.
He's looking through his notes.
Yo, he's looking. I'm already reading through
That's
the
fair.
police report.
That's fair.
Checking in on the kids. She holds the phone. Well, I guess as far as the cord extends. Upstairs, and
He's leaning over the desk.
He yells through it, "Good night, kids." Oh, sorry, Sue.
Oh, don't mention it. Have a good night.
All right, and with that, we step outside of the police.
You guys all see
Building.
the truck out front with a Bobby like tapping her wrist. Like, what took you so long? As you guys hop back into the truck.
Well, it was worth it. It was worth the stop because we got the full police reports from the cases, from all 4 cases.
Got you some coffee, no cream.
Oh, I'll take it. I'm not happy about it, and I won't say thank you.
All right then.
Is that what you say? I'm not happy about it, and I won't say thank you.
Well,
And then you just start chugging it. Just big chug.
if she is driving the car, I guess it's probably best that she ensures that she's well awake.
So I'm driving the car. Where?
I'm gonna look over. Is there any locations that
Do you
stand out
want
on the
me
police
to
report?
just start describing stuff on here? The cases and stuff?
Sure.
Okay, buckle in, kids. This is the full set. First missing victim, Sally Reed. She was, quote unquote, studying for a midterm final. And then her parents awoke to wake her up in the morning, having think she fell asleep through her alarm due to such late night studying, to find her books and everything laying out in the laying out all over the room, just like she was doing like one of those circle formations where she was looking at multiple books at once and kind of like circling through the different subjects. The window cracked open, not cracked, wide open, with the curtains blowing through it. Her parents nowhere to be seen. She had some music on playing when they came in. And other than that, she had a drawer wide open. And in it was like clothes that were like pulled out. But that was the end. Like you saw some sweaters and stuff were like pulled out and dangling over the edge of the drawer. But
the police don't know if anything was removed.
So we have other missing kids outside of our missing kids, and we've only just now seen this article.
No. So what's happened was there was 3 kids that had gone missing at 3 previous dates throughout this week. But these 3 cases were just like random
One-offs,
cases.
yeah.
They're one-offs.
Their parents don't care enough to
No,
offer
their parents-
a reward.
They're not rich enough. That's the thing. Like,
Well, the reward is
these parents were just hoping the police could find their kids. But then after 1, after 2, after 3, the police then started putting them together. It was the 6-kid mass disappearance that has now caused the article in the newspaper, the mayor sending out the reward because it's his kids.
So we don't care about poor kids.
And then I didn't say these were poor. They're not necessarily poor. More just like small town folks are trying to solve this in a small town way, and the big money pockets people like the McCooks and the mayor.
Did these kids make the news at all? Make the newspaper?
Like a small article on like the 5th page. Oof. Yeah, all 3 of them, same thing. Mm-hmm. Just under like a crime index, but nothing huge. The main way you would have heard about these kids is through local gossip. But if you guys 3 aren't that familiar with local gossip, you wouldn't be really hearing much. You might have been hearing through like underground talk, just about like some person's going around kidnapping kids. You probably heard the same thing through like neighborhood talk, Denny. As for the detective, I honestly don't think you would have heard of anything unless if you scour the newspaper every day.
Of course I scour the newspaper.
Okay. And then you didn't even notice it. And you've probably been starting your pegboard with all the ropes and stuff.
Would these parents have had enough money for like a ransom drop if ransom were demanded?
Yes, and also no, depending on the families. But that is in the newspaper article. That is in the police report. There has not been any ransoms. No ransom demands. These kids have gone missing with nothing else to note of them. Like, they haven't heard from anyone claiming they've stolen the kids. They've just gone disappearing into the night. And then in the morning, they're not there. That's the first kid, Sally Reed. Second kid, Lou Downing is his name. He was reported that night in his bed. And what he does is in the morning, he goes down to the gym down at the school and does an early morning workout around like 4 in the morning. This guy's crazy. Thing is though, when they went in to check him in the morning, usually around 5 p.m., his buddy Daryl comes in to see him. He was gone, but the back door was wide open. His weights that Lou always puts his weights back, they're all out. They're all out on the floor, completely a mess, disarray. Daryl's like, Lou would never do this. And yeah, it was like he was in the middle of a workout because the music was blasting full volume, the lights were all on, the weights were all out, set up to do some squats it looked like, and he's just gone. Third and final kid from this first trio, Carl Lewis, son of Hugh Lewis, aka Huey. He was doing some late night photo making in a dark room in his house. He's the school photographer for this local school newspaper. He was just doing some late night, probably past like midnight, His parents knew what he was doing, staying up because they had a big paper due to midterms, the end of the semester. He wanted one big final article, had some nice pictures for homecoming he was going to post. And while doing his dark light stuff, he disappeared. It's not like there's an exit point for him because he was in his dark room. It's more that he just kind of left the room, and his odd thing was his photos were all still developing. And by that I mean they were still all in the baths when they found them, and he didn't pull them out. So he had some of them up on strings, right? But others, he had a lot just in the developing pools.
What were the photos?
Ruined. Well, the thing is, if you have them in developing pools too long.
No, the ones held up.
Oh, classic pictures of the homecoming game, homecoming dance. Nothing too inconspicuous. The fact is just he left a bunch of photos in the developing booth.
A lot of pictures of the homecoming queen.
Yeah, well, maybe there's a couple, but maybe there was a lot more in the developing pools. I don't know. But other than that, not much else to know. Is his area's kind of clean. He keeps good control. It's just the developing pools, and then he was listened to some music while he was working too, and that his boombox was also on while he was working. But for the most part, he kept to himself. Quiet kid.
So just like
super.
Was it cassette tapes or was it the radio?
Radio.
Just like our kids.
Yeah, the ones at the party. Yeah. Same as the radio. Yeah, but the police don't make a note of what was playing on. They just said. The article just says, so it could be cassettes, honestly, because it just says in the police report radio, or not radio, but speaker system found on at crime scene. That's all it says.
What's the name of the DJ again?
Going back to your memory, it's DJ Repip. And those are it for the most part. So at the end of the day, all 3 kids seem to be in the middle of something. And then that's just covering. They're all in the middle of something and then just disappeared.
So one of them disappeared from... No, 2 of them disappeared from their home. And one of them disappeared from the school. Which is strange. It wasn't like... I mean, the home thing is scary, right? Like, I mean, whoever's taking these kids or luring these kids or whatever the case, it's while they're doing something that they enjoy doing, and it's in their own place of residence. Now, the school kind of almost makes more sense, right? Like, if you're some kidnapper guy or whatever the case, you'd think you'd want to go to, like, a public place at a good time, obviously, late at night, early in the morning when nobody's around. That's when you take a kid, right? But it just seems weird that they're getting nabbed from their very own homes, some of them while their parents are around. It just seems odd.
Well, it was only one kid that was nabbed from their home.
There were
while
2.
their parents were... No.
Oh, well, okay. One had their parents around, one was hanging out at home by themselves. But, like, that would suggest that whoever's taking these kids, or whatever's going on...
Which one was hanging out at home by themselves? Sally was at home studying.
Yep.
Lou was at the school workout thing, right?
Yep.
And then Carl was in the dark room. Does he have a dark room at his home?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This is his own private. He's
Homemade dark.
super into. Yeah, it's a homemade one. It's really just his
Nerd.
what are those called?
It's
This
his
walk-in-
closet.
It's his walk-in closet. he put a heavy curtain on it, and it's his walk-in closet. His parents really don't ask about. They don't care because he made it himself. So you know,
He's
they
just
don't-
storing, poisons chemicals inside this closet.
Yeah.
Non-ventilated closet.
No, he ventilated it. His
okay.
dad is what is it called?
Contractor.
He's a contractor.
Oh, he got
and he asked
lucky.
his dad to help him out. He's like, as long as
Can I
you,
get a window,
as long
Dad?
as you work with me, son, I'll teach you the business. And so,
I'll mutilate my house for you.
I mean, he's passionate. He's a passionate kid.
Closet.
He's a passionate kid.
Man, when they go to sell that house, that's going to be some questions asked.
Hey, someone loves photography. Look at it. It comes with a homemade dark room. So.
And these were all throughout the week leading up to the party.
Yeah, Sally's was on the previous Sunday.
Oh,
Lou's
wow.
was on a Tuesday, and then Carl Lewis's was actually on a Thursday, the day before the Friday happened.
Do the police reports say anything about footprints?
Yeah, what? Wait, what days did you say?
Sunday for Sally, Tuesday for Lou, and then Thursday for Carl.
What day is it today?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah. So a week out from Sally's.
Right. But that's what today is. The situation with the 6 kids happened on a Friday.
Correct, yes.
And was there anything on the police reports about footprints similar to like what we found at the party house?
No, because all 3 kids they just left their house, and there's no footprints.
Right.
One interesting one though is Sally's. So they did some investigating at the window because her window was open,
Mm-hmm.
and they found that there was a pathway that looked like to be traveled on the outside of her window down the roof and then down a side, like a little area, and looked like it was a pathway Sally normally took to like sneak away from the house. So they were assuming maybe that's how the person came in to get her, was through that window or lured her out through that
Are they
window.
automatically assuming a kidnapping and not that she just ran away?
Well, they were just assuming running away because it looked like a common path of leaving with Sally. But then when another random kid disappears at the school gym, then that just seems odd because he was in the middle of something. And then after the 3rd kid, they're like, okay, this seems way too weird to be just a bunch of kids mass running away. It seems like there's repeated crimes here. So.
Yeah, these first 3 here, you could say maybe they just had some pre-test anxiety and just decided to play hooky.
For a whole week?
Well, yeah, but now there's a little bit too many now with those
Yeah.
kids that went missing yesterday.
I'm thinking that, man, the only thing that comes to mind at the moment, I mean, we could go investigate each one of these places, but I'm still thinking back to the party house and how those footprints just kind of led off into the woods. And if these are all related, I feel like whatever's going on here has something to do with what's going on out there. But it's kind of dark, and I don't want to. Blair Witch Project hasn't come out yet. I don't want to go running out into the spooky woods, especially when kids are going missing out there. And
well, then you would have nothing to worry about.
yeah, that's true. I mean, if that's all they're after is just like some teenagers.
Yeah, how old were these kids here?
Sally was 17, Lou was 18, and Carl was also 18. They were both seniors. Lou Downing, you'd recognize his name if you're familiar with this local school, is the starting quarterback for the Devil Lake Demons.
Oh,
The QB.
Starting QB, star player.
Tony was also into sports.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was.
Well, Lou wouldn't have to worry about any tests. You kind of know they give the quarterback a bit of a break, those teachers.
true that.
At least in a town like Devil Lake.
All we've got is our sports. That's what they always told us in high school.
Do I need a roll to investigate this or what?
Sure, yes, you could. If you guys all wanted to roll investigate mystery to ask more in-depth questions about these case files, sure. You're too distracted with your coffee and driving, it looks like.
Yep, I cannot ask anything.
Oof, I got a pretty bad one as well.
Okay, what'd you roll
Really
there,
important
Dennis?
to keep your eyes on the road.
Oh,
9.
9.
No, a 10.
Whoa, two
Whoa.
questions.
2 questions.
Coming in clutch.
Investigate a mystery. What's being concealed here?
Oh, jeez. Okay, what is being concealed here? That's kind of a hard one to answer due to the fact that what's being concealed here is, one, there's really not much information. Like, they have 0 leads where these kids have gone, right? They all know they disappeared, but they can't find any signs of struggle at any of the locations. It looks like the kids all went willingly wherever they went, right? They all look like they were in the middle of something, then they left, right? What would be really concealed here is maybe names of like possible suspects, because you don't have names of suspects. You just have straight up crime scene stuff. The cops didn't give you anything like leads or like any people like whereabouts or where they think the kids are, stuff like that. Simply straight up gave you the information of the crime scenes. They didn't give you any other leads. So that would be big concealed stuff, is like who or when or where. All right, you got when and where, but you're looking for who or why, are kind of really hidden from you. And you can't really find those through what you have right now. You would have to do digging yourself to find those.
What sort of creature is it?
Oh my.
Is it Bigfoot?
Dave's really asking this.
He really wants to know it's Bigfoot. Is it Bigfoot? No, it's not Bigfoot. What creature it is gotta be something that does not give away its presence, if that makes sense. All these situations all have the same things in common, which is quiet, calm, and collected. So whatever creature is causing this is doing it in a cool, calm, and collected manner.
So you're saying it is Bigfoot.
Just Bigfoot, and he's really nice.
He's a smooth operator.
He's a smooth operator. Up next on the radio, it's Smooth Operator.
We have the radio on in the truck.
Do you have the radio on in the truck?
I mean, we were just playing cassette tapes, but I guess I was waiting for so long that my single share cassette tape.
She listened through the whole track.
I had listened to both sides.
Oh,
so
cow. Man, we took a long
So you're
time.
on the radio. Is
On
there
the
a
radio.
particular station you want to find?
Coffee
You got
makers
some
back in the day.
classic
just were a
late
lot
night
slower.
radio talk. You got some late night radio blues. You got
I
the local shock DJ.
can I have the greatest hits from yesterday, tomorrow, and today?
Oh, from the local shock DJ, DJ Repip. Yeah, so while you're on there, so that's just in the background, and you guys are all talking and stuff, and you hear old DJ Repip come over the waves again. He goes, "Oh, that was another classic for our folks staying up late. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is DJ Pip. That song we just listened to was a classic, Freeway of Love by Aretha Franklin, topping the charts. Next up, we got another classic. Oh, it's late night. We're in the mood for some Sting. If you love somebody, set them free. Playing right now. And then you guys start to hear the sweet vocal harmonies of Sting start taking away on the radio. And that's it. I mean, I just...
I was hoping you would sing for us, but that's fine.
I ain't singing. So, you guys are still cruising around?
So are we just going to waste my gas all night? Or...
Oh, I thought, well, I don't know. Are we going to head home and to our respective homes, mind you, and maybe regroup in the morning?
I don't know. Are we?
Well, I suppose so. I did just drink that cup of coffee. But...
Oh, shoot. That's true. I did too. Oh, crap.
You guys don't know how to take your uppers and your downers?
I don't have any downers on me, but I also don't use downers, so that's why I don't have any on me. All I've got is my Cool crackers. Those don't exactly work as downers. If anything, those are almost uppers in and of themselves. But I digress. Shoot, I didn't think about that when I drank the caffeine. Is there anything you guys think is worth, kind of looking into tonight? I mean, I guess I could just go home and wear off the caffeine by typing this all into my Macintosh.
I pull into my pockets and I just kind of hand them some packets of chamomile tea.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. All right. Downers. Yeah, that makes sense.
So are you guys all going to go home?
Yep.
Yes.
Drink our chamomile tea.
Yep.
I'm going to unload all
She has to
the...
drop us back off
You
at
guys-
the bowling
Yeah.
alley.
You guys have to
And then we
pop
get
back
onto
on
the
the
running
mower.
board.
And then put back home.
Get
And
off.
it's like 2 a.m. No, it's like 10 o'clock at this point. You guys all get home. Do you guys make plans though before leaving about meeting up in the morning?
Obviously, we're going to meet back up at the bowling alley. It's just it won't be open. We'll just meet in the parking
Is there a
lot.
timeline we're talking? You meet up at?
Let's get after it early. I mean, what time is it right now?
It's like 10.
10.
He said 10.
Yeah, just let me get a full 9 hours.
Well, Dennis isn't going to be able to sleep till at least midnight, even with the chamomile.
I shall just
Wait.
meet up back at, what's his 9 a.m.? Does that work?
I could do.
900 hours.
900. Yep, that's right.
All right. you
That'll
guys
give
all
me time
take
to
home.
eat some breakfast.
Yeah, there you go. Stop at the local Mickey D's.
All right. So yeah, we'll go home. Dennis will talk to his wife. Well, she'll mostly just. He'll kind of nudge her and she'll. Because she's asleep already.
Oh, no.
And then check on the kiddos too, right?
Yeah, he makes sure the kids are in bed and nobody's got their radio on.
Well, it's fast asleep.
Just because,
It's school night.
gotta save electricity.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a school night too, so
Curled up in
But
bed
Dennis
with their
did notice
Walkman.
at that first house they went to, well, the only house they went to, that they left that TV on, or the radio. The music was coming from the TV, right?
no,
There's a radio.
It's a local radio.
Oh,
Just chat
was
on
there a TV or just a
The
radio?
TV
Just
wasn't
a-
on.
Okay.
TV wasn't on.
Old man.
He was like, "What's all this newfangled technology?"
Yeah, it's like very wasteful, to leave that on.
Yeah.
May wear the thing out.
With that, all of you guys go off to your respective homes. You all lay down for a night's sleep. Maybe not getting to sleep right away due to caffeine, but also because, you're hot on a trail of some missing kids, and that kind of like tossing through this information is kind of keeping you up at night. So you guys might not go to sleep for a little bit, but you eventually make it to sleep. And with that, we're going to end today's episode.
Well, it seems you managed to survive this episode of Hunter's Haven Music Mayhem. Congratulations. We hope you enjoyed this tantalizingly terrifying one-shot series as we at Session Zero Heroes play through a game of Monster of the Week, led by Keeper Cameron Hoogendyk. We want to thank you for stopping by and hope that you'll continue to support us and our channel by checking out some of our other shows where we play other tabletop role-playing games, such as our Benders and Brews show, where we jump into the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender using the Avatar Legends system. Or follow us on social media such as Facebook, X, Instagram, and Discord so you don't miss out on our upcoming Dungeons & Dragons series, Criminals of Isla Numis. I'd like to say a quick thank you and shout out to the incredibly talented Simon Jones, who created the music for this series, which you're hearing right now, as well as during the intro. If you would like to get your own custom music, you can check out Simon Jones Music on Fiverr to hire Simon to create the perfect music for your project. Of course, be sure to like, follow, or subscribe to Session Zero Heroes on whatever podcast streaming site you prefer, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere else podcasts can be found. Or check out our website at sessionzeroheroes.com. We hope our episode today gave you the spooky vibes that you're looking for this Halloween season. Scare you next time.